Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out that the taxes you've been paying on your Social Security benefits are gone permanently. That's what a brand new Social Security bill on Capitol Hill is aiming to do. For decades, millions of seniors have felt the sting of double taxation. You worked hard, paid into the system with every paycheck, and then once you finally started collecting benefits, the government came knocking again, asking for a slice of the money you already earned. Today, we're going to break down exactly how this new proposal, called the You Earned It, You Keep It Act, could change that once and for all, putting billions of dollars back into the hands of retirees. But here's the part that should really grab your attention. If passed, this bill would free up more than $55 billion every year that's currently being siphoned from seniors' monthly benefits. That's money that could be used for rising housing costs, groceries, medical bills, or simply easing the financial stress that so many seniors face every single day. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you how this plan works, where the money would come from, and what it means for the future of your benefits. And before we go any further, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Social Security Post so you never miss an update on critical changes like this. Earlier this year, lawmakers passed the OBB legislation on July 4th, promising seniors relief. But instead of eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits altogether, they introduced a temporary $6,000 federal tax deduction. This was intended to soften the blow of taxation without fully removing it. While it sounded good on paper, in reality, it didn't put nearly enough money back into seniors' pockets. For many retirees, this deduction wasn't even noticeable compared to the high cost of living they're facing in 2025. The frustration among seniors has been growing for years. Politicians frequently talk about protecting Social Security, but the actions haven't lived up to the promises. Temporary deductions or half measures simply don't solve the problem of unfair taxation on benefits. Seniors continue to see part of their already modest monthly checks go right back to the government, leaving them struggling to keep up with inflation. That's why the new bill represents such a dramatic shift. It doesn't offer a band-aid, it aims to strike at the root of the problem. The heart of this proposal is straightforward. Permanently abolish federal taxes on Social Security benefits. That means no more deductions, no more partial fixes, no more complicated paperwork just to figure out how much of your benefit is taxable. Instead, retirees would keep every dollar they've earned without Uncle Sam taking another cut. Considering that around 40% to 50% of all beneficiaries currently pay taxes on their benefits, this change would impact tens of millions of Americans almost immediately. Think about it. Social Security benefits are supposed to be the safety net you paid into your entire working life. You only qualify for benefits after earning 40 credits, which requires at least 10 years of work. Most Americans have worked far longer, paying the 6.2% payroll tax, matched by their employer year after year. So when the government comes back during retirement and demands taxes again, many seniors feel cheated. The You Earned It, You Keep It Act directly addresses this injustice by finally allowing retirees to take home 100% of their benefits. The numbers here are staggering. According to the 2025 Social Security Trustees Report, seniors paid roughly $55 billion in federal taxes on benefits in just 1 year. That's $55 billion that could have been used for prescription drugs, energy bills, food, or home repairs. Instead, it was sent straight to the IRS. Eliminating that tax means $55 billion flowing back into local economies through seniors' spending power. That's not just good for retirees, it's good for communities, small businesses, and the overall economy. To put it into perspective, the Social Security system collected $1.4 trillion in payroll tax revenue last year alone from workers and employers. Compared to that massive number, $55 billion is only a small fraction. For retirees, it's life-changing. For Social Security's overall trust fund, it's barely a dent. This is why many experts argue that eliminating benefit taxation makes sense. It delivers huge relief for seniors while only modestly reducing Social Security's income stream. Of course, every bill in Washington comes with the same question: how do you pay for it? Lawmakers backing this proposal want to shift the responsibility to high earners. Currently, in 2025, Social Security payroll taxes apply only to income up to $176,100. Any earnings above that escape taxation. This means wealthy Americans making $500,000 or even millions per year only pay Social Security taxes on a portion of their income, the same as someone making $176,100. The new plan would change that by reintroducing payroll taxes on income above $250,000. This creates what's called a donut hole effect. Earnings between $176,100 and $250,000 remain untaxed, but anything above $250,000 would once again be subject to the 12.4% payroll tax. Over time, as the lower cap rises each year, this gap would eventually close, and essentially, all income would become taxable for Social Security. This move ensures that wealthier Americans contribute more to the system, freeing seniors from the burden of benefit taxation. But here's the catch: only a small percentage of Americans earn $250,000 or more each year. According to Census Bureau data, it's less than 3% of the population. That raises a big question. Can taxing such a small group of people really generate enough revenue to fully replace the $55 billion that benefit taxation currently brings in? Critics argue it may not, especially since wealthy individuals often use tax loopholes to shield their income. On the other hand, supporters argue that even if it doesn't make up the entire $55 billion, the fairness principle outweighs the revenue gap. Seniors should not be punished twice for the same earnings, while the wealthiest Americans, who often have other income streams, can afford to contribute more. The debate here is not just about dollars and cents, it's about values. Should Social Security prioritize protecting the most vulnerable, retirees, disabled workers, and survivors? Or should it continue relying on taxation that hurts those who can least afford it? It's important to clarify that this bill only abolishes federal taxation on Social Security benefits. Many seniors may not realize that some states also tax benefits. Right now, 9 states, including Colorado, Minnesota, Montana, and others, still impose state-level taxes on Social Security. That means retirees in those states would still see part of their checks withheld, even if the federal government stopped taxing them. Meanwhile, 41 states and Washington, D.C. have already eliminated Social Security taxes, recognizing the unfairness of this policy. This patchwork approach creates inequality between seniors depending on where they live. For example, a retiree in Florida keeps more of their Social Security than a retiree in Minnesota. The new bill wouldn't solve this state-level issue, but it would send a strong message that taxation of benefits is outdated and unfair. State legislatures would then face pressure to follow suit. The You Earned It, You Keep It Act isn't the only proposal on the table. Right now, Congress is considering 4 or 5 separate bills aimed at eliminating or reducing Social Security taxes. Some would phase out taxation gradually, others would target only middle and lower income retirees, while this proposal eliminates it outright. The fact that multiple bills are being discussed shows growing momentum to finally fix the issue. This wave of proposals signals that both seniors and lawmakers recognize the problem. With inflation squeezing seniors harder than ever and cost of living adjustments often failing to keep up with real expenses, eliminating taxes could provide immediate and noticeable relief. Seniors can't wait another decade for half measures. They need action now, and this bill could be the most straightforward solution. At the end of the day, the "you earned it, you keep it" act could mean billions of dollars staying in seniors' pockets instead of going back to the government. If it passes, millions of retirees would finally stop paying taxes on the benefits they worked decades to earn. That's a big deal, not just for financial security, but for restoring fairness in the system. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Social Security taxes should be eliminated completely? Or do you think higher earners should shoulder the burden to make up for it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to Social Security Post for more updates, and share this video with family and friends so more seniors know what's happening. Together, we can make sure seniors get the fair treatment they deserve.